This is called the reverse half guard position. It's when somebody is in your half guard. I mean, a lot of people, beginners and experienced people, they use this technique where they turn their back to you and start trying to address the legs to escape their legs. So the first one, it's really kind of my plan B, but it's a basic that you need to know, and it's the simplest way to escape this. So when she turns and she starts trying to address the legs, I'm going to come up to my elbow and I'm going to grab this hip. The reason I'm grabbing this hip is because as I'm escaping, she'll try and square back up. I just turned that for me. Turn your fix that for me. That way. Yeah, she'll just square back up and demolish what I'm attempting to do. So to prevent that, I'm going to hold this hip. So when she goes to square back up, I can pull this hip. The reason I come to my elbow is because here I have no space to get my leg through. So when I come to my elbow, I create this little bitty hole here. So grabbing the hip to my elbow, it's gonna feel like you can't do it, but you're gonna take a big lunge and pull this leg through. Go straight to the back. So, one more time. So I should go ahead and make note real quick. Your partner, whenever they're doing this, it's important that they turn and be realistic, like they're trying to defend or escape the leg. If they just stop here, just put your hands on that. This isn't giving me the, I mean, it's just not a realistic position. If she was here, I'd probably just kind of start going back to my half guard. So the person on top is going to turn and start trying to address the legs. I come to my side, come to my elbow, grab the hip, and big lunge, shooting my knee through that hole. Another little tidbit I'll go ahead and address. Anytime you're in half guard, it's difficult to just come to this elbow. You use a lot of stress on your joint and a lot of muscle. It's easier if you take your arm above your head and then slide it under, as opposed to trying to rock up, especially if she's really heavy. It might be hard to rock up. That's way easier. Hip. All right, let's give it a shot. 1, 2. So, of the few techniques from this position, this is my favorite. And it's going to be the opposite of what we're doing. So on the first one, we're facing toward her, against her, to pull our knee out. I mean, you have to know it, because if this way is giving you too much trouble, you can go the exact opposite direction and try something else. We're doing the second technique. So once again, she's turned her back to me. I'm going to lock, well, not lock my feet, but squeeze my knees. And I'm just going to rotate my hips and touch my feet to the floor. See how it pulls her up on top of my hips? So I'm going to squeeze and just rotate my feet to the floor. My hands, the one on the outside, is going to push on the shoulder, because I don't need her squaring back up. I want to keep her, she's already made the mistake of turning her back this way. I want to keep her turned that way. The right hand is going to go down to this leg. My left foot, my outside foot, is going to hook under. It's going to elevate and pull it between my legs. All right, a lot of moving parts. So she turns, step A, rotating my hips, touching my feet to the floor. At the same time, I'm pushing down on this shoulder. As my feet touch, my outside foot is going to hook under her leg. When it hooks under, the top one can come off. I'm just going to elevate. Going to her back. Can you see it again? Please. So, step A, everybody forgets. Rotating, now my feet on the floor, pushing the shoulder down. Once I've gotten here, I can hook like a butterfly hook with my lower leg and lift. If she goes too high, I can use this hand and shoulder. All right, let's give it a shot. 1, 2. Maybe 60% of the time that I use this is for a Kimura defense. So sometimes this person and on top, they'll dive for this Kimura. So it's the same thing. They've already done a lot of the work for you. I'm just going to plant my hand to the mat so that they can't finish and load them up just like we did. I'm going to hook the leg, toss them over. This hand is going to go straight through and grab her forearm, pull it in, pull both hands in, and use it to break the grip. And I can work on my back attacks.
Are you supposed to put more in there?
Huh?
Are you supposed to put more in there?
And Russian does the show all the time. So I hit him with this like once a week. It's so proud. I mean, you can finish it. So once again, they dive for this Kimura. I'm going to load their weight up, switch my hooks. If you can't reach their forearm, at least save your hand. Do a C grip and try and save your arm. Once you pull it in, you can still kind of snake it through later and grab the forearm. But if you can, just immediately go for the forearm. Bring both hands in, and then shove the one that's in danger out. And we can work our attacks. Okay. Anybody see it again? 1, 2.